Hello everyone, we are Serena and Kshitij, and we're here to present our paper, Children's Interactions with Motion-Based Touchless Games Connecting Effectiveness and Efficiency. Our research question asks, what is the relation of game settings with effectiveness and efficiency in the context of educational motion-based touchless games for children with SEND? Let's dig into the terms that are not quite mainstream. Motion-based touchless games are games where players do not have to touch any input device to interact with the game. The game depends on touchless sensors to engage the player through movement. Game settings are different parameters that can be adjusted to personalize a gameplay session to suit the individual needs of a player. Effectiveness and efficiency are the correctness of players' answers and their corresponding reaction time. SEN stands for Special Educational Needs. Now I hand you to Kshitij.
Thank you, Serena. So let's start with the game. The game is called Marvi Learns, where this avatar, this blue alien that you see, it's called Marvi. The idea is to sort the cards into nouns and verbs in this case, or based on their colors, or based on some common property. The kids select the cards by moving their bodies, and also by moving their bodies, they put them in what they think is the correct box. So it's kind of a sorting game. Get correct and incorrect feedback depending on their responses, and in the end, they get a final feedback like this. So let's talk about the selection mode first. We had three modalities, and first one was grab. As you can see in this video, I will close my fist to select the card and move it to the correct box. Next is one hand delay and move. And here you can see that I don't have to close my fist, but I just have to place my hand on the card to select it and then move it to the correct box. And the last one is both hand delay mode, where I can select with both hands. I have to move a bit, of course, and put them all together in one box. Now, let's talk about another game setting, which is called time to select. We have two options for it, high or low. In high time to select, the person has to hold the gesture for a relatively longer period of time, and then they can move around. And you could have seen that a blue bar fills through the card, and then the card is considered to be selected. Now let's see what happens when it is selected to be low. I have slowed down the video so that you can see how it works. But in real life, it's twice as fast as this one. Game setting is the number of items. It's very easy to understand that it's the number of items that they have to sort into appropriate types. So in this case, as you can see, these are 4 cards, and they have to sort 4 cards one by one. And in another setting, there are 6 cards, and they have to sort all of them into nouns and verbs. Now, let's talk about effectiveness. What's effectiveness? It's the correctness of each in the actual box that it should have been. So if I put sing to noun, it's an incorrect response. If I put sing to verb, it's a correct response. If I put song to verb, it's an incorrect response. And if I put song to noun, it will be logged as a correct response. For efficiency, we looked at the reaction time. Now it can get a bit tricky here to understand the reaction time, so I'll walk you through the video. Now the reaction time starts as soon as he finished putting hit in verb, and ends as soon as he finished putting friend in verb. Over to you, Serena.
Thank you, Kshitij. Now for the experiment. We ran an in-the-wild study with 8 SEND children aged 7 to 10 playing Marvi Learns. We collected interaction data measured as correctness and reaction time. These are the dependent variables. And the different game settings per session. These are the independent variables. Children played 90 game sessions in total, which were facilitated by educators with specialized training. The juicy stuff, the results. We breezed through these very quickly. Please refer to the publication for more details. We observed significant difference between the correctness and reaction time associated with the number of items on screen. There was also significant difference in the reaction time for the grab mode and the delay-based gestures. And there was significant difference in the correctness for the different selection modes. Lastly, there was significant difference between both the correctness and the reaction time associated with the high and low time to select. Our analysis showed that selection mode, number of items on screen, and time to select impact the effectiveness and efficiency of children's answers. We lack the luxury of reviewing the resulting design implications, but I'll whet your palate with one in hopes of enticing you to read our paper. A primary outcome from our analysis is the identification of moments where children might benefit greatly from educator intervention. Informing support staff of these moments provides the opportunity to scaffold children's learning at precisely the correct time. Additionally, this might also reduce cognitive load experienced by the educator. These moments occur when children are solving problems quickly, yet incorrectly. During this time, a system-initiated prompt would be useful to notify the mentor that it's an appropriate time to intervene with emotional support or motivational support, content-specific hints, or to communicate to the child that it's time to take their time and answer more mindfully and carefully. Our work helps broaden the domain of embodied learning research by showcasing the importance of quantifying the relationship between different game settings and players' effectiveness and efficiency in the context of educational motion-based touchless games for children with SEN. Future work includes expanding the study to include more SEN participants, typically developing children, and alternate educational motion-based touchless games to determine the extent of generalizability. Thank you.